Our latest enterprise AI report card is here. Let's see what we found out. Welcome back to the AI Daily Brief. Today we are looking at the latest KPMG AI Quarterly Pulse survey. And this really is something of an enterprise AI report card. This is now the fourth edition of this study since the end of last year. And given how fast things are moving, the changes quarter over quarter really do provide an interesting chance to see how broader technology change is translating back into organizational process and expectation. The survey methodology involves conversations with leaders from 130 organizations that have at least $1 billion in revenue. So this represents large companies. KPMG's headline for the press release was "Agent Deployment Accelerates as Organizations Build Confidence Through Early Wins." And I think that there are three very clear and interesting stories here. One is, as they captured, agent deployment growing. In fact, agent deployments have quadrupled since the beginning of the year. Number two, the normalization of tensions within the workforce. And number three, a new vision for ROI. Now, we're going to get into all of that, but first, I wanted to go back and look a little bit and ground us in where we were at each of these studies. I'm not going to go through them comprehensively, but I do think it's useful to get a sort of longitudinal sense of where things were. If you go back to the Q4 2024 study, it is all about forward-looking and what's coming next. There is this sense that agents are on the horizon, but they are very much still out ahead of us. A lot of the questions are anchored not in what people are doing or what results they've seen, but what they believe AI's impact will be. Which frankly, and no disrespect to KPMG, is the sort of filler question that you ask when organizations aren't doing enough to just ask about their behavior. This is where a lot of these types of studies were at the end of last year. Which isn't to say there was nothing about actual actions. When asked where they were with agents, most of the organizations, a majority, were in the exploration phase. Now, exploration in this context comes even before piloting, and can mean basically anything around trying to understand what agents are going to do for the organization. 37% said that they were piloting AI agents, and 12% said that they deployed AI agents, although I remember strongly thinking even back then that I would really like to know what those 12% called or considered agent deployments, because that number seemed a little robust to me. When it came to what they thought agents were going to be used for over the next year, 60% said administrative duties, 54% said call center tasks, 53% said develop new business materials. So a lot of the stuff that people were now using AI assistants to do better themselves, they were basically imagining agents offloading those things and adding a new layer of autonomy. Now, one really important finding, which I think has lurked around a lot of this year, was that it was almost the inverse relationship of how you would expect technology to permeate across the organization, in that it was not bottoms-up adoption, but leader-led adoption. When asked if they were using Gen AI tools at their organization, only 15% of entry levels said that they were, and 26% of middle managers. But by the time you got up to executive management, it was 51%, and when you got to the C-suite, it was 57%. This is a pattern that we've seen over and over again, where there is actually a gap in adoption between leadership and employees. Or at least, there is a gap in formal adoption of tools that the organization has approved. The other thing that studies find constantly is that there is actually a huge amount of shadow AI happening that people remain, even to this day, although this might be changing a little bit, worried to tell their colleagues and bosses that they are using. Sometimes that's because they think it will delegitimate their work. Sometimes it's because they know they're violating policy because they're using a tool with their, for example, personal Gmail address that is not approved by their organization, but is much better than the version that their organization has approved. So this was the state heading into the year. Between Q4 and Q1, we saw a big jump in trying to make all of this exploration real. The banner headline was an almost doubling of organizations that were piloting agents, from 37% in Q4 to 65% in Q1. What's more, the intention was completely ubiquitous. 99% of organizations said that they planned to deploy AI agents. And interestingly, there was a real strong bias, more than 2/3 to 1/3, towards buying a pre-built agent versus some combination of buying and building. This was the study that also showed assistant category AI becoming table stakes. The percentage of knowledge workers who are using AI productivity tools, i.e. things like ChatGPT and Copilot on a daily basis, jumped massively from 22% to 58% in just a single quarter. So we have agent pilots up, assistants becoming table stakes, and we had a big growth in expected investment. The amount that these organizations anticipated spending on Gen AI over the next year jumped from $89 million to $114 million. By the time we get to quarter two, we are continuing to see rapid change. By far, the biggest headline here was that agent deployments tripled between Q1 and Q2. whereas 11% were in the deployment phase back in Q1. By Q2, that was 33%. Commensurately, piloting agents had gone down because so many more organizations had moved past pilots into deployment. But overall, 90% of organizations in that Q2 study were past the experimentation phase, i.e., they were actively piloting or deploying agents. One of the questions that I thought was most interesting, given how much I talk about the idea of efficiency AI versus opportunity AI, or in other words, a mindset of using AI only to do the things that you do now a little bit faster, a little bit cheaper, a little bit better, versus doing things that weren't possible before, when asked whether they were primarily concerned with productivity and efficiency, or on the other end of the spectrum, revenue growth, nearly half said that they were equally focused on both, 46%. And in fact, it's not in this chart, but there was no one who said that they were only focused on efficiency. Everyone was either focused on revenue growth or some hybridization, which candidly I think is as much aspirational as it is descriptive, but I'm still glad to see that that's where the aspiration is. KPMG Vice Chair of AI and Digital Innovation, Steve Chase, said, "The data shows just how quickly AI agents are moving out of pilots and into production, and that momentum will only accelerate. And that is, of course, the anchor story of the new Q3 Pulse survey." The banner standout headline is that agent deployments have this year nearly quadrupled, from 11% back in Q2 to 42% in Q3. Again, this means deploying agents that have moved all the way through a pilot phase into now just becoming part of the organization's operations. Alongside more broad deployments, the challenges are starting to change consequently as well. KPMG writes, the complexity of agentic systems has emerged as a dominant hurdle, jumping from 39% to 71% as organizations grapple with the intricacies of deploying agents at scale. Now, the second standout statistic that I mentioned from this survey is a potential shift in the relationship between workers and agents. While KPMG had found that 47% of employees were somewhat resistant to agents back in Q2, that number was down to 21% by Q3. We don't have the answer, but the question of why here is, of course, hugely important. Is that because these organizations have done more work to get their teams on board? That's totally possible. One of the trends that we've seen was the gap between leadership and employees when it comes to their understanding of AI initiatives. And there have been a lot of people beating the drum that that needs to be changed before real agentic adoption can happen. Perhaps this is also just a consequence of the fact that more employees are actually using agents in deployment to make their work lives better. They're discovering that at this stage, at least, agents are not taking their job, but taking chunks of their job that they never liked anyway. All of those are speculations, but that number is a massive, massive shift, and it will be quite interesting to see if that continues in future iterations of the study. The third number that I thought was really interesting in the Q3 survey was this one. 78% of leaders now say that traditional metrics fail to capture the business impact of generative AI. In their announcement post, KPMG wrote, "An overwhelming 78% of leaders now acknowledge that traditional business metrics do not capture AI's full impact, a recognition that speaks to the technology's transformative nature beyond simple cost savings. This evolution in thinking comes at a critical moment. The same percentage of leaders, 78%, report facing significant pressure from investors and boards to demonstrate AI value, creating a tension between the need for quick wins and the reality that AI's benefits often transcend traditional ROI calculations. While the majority, 57%, expect measurable ROI within 12 months, which editors note is a big statistic on its own, value from agent investment is already being delivered. Leaders are tracking improved productivity, 97%, enhanced profitability, 94%, and higher quality work, 91%, outputs that can be quantified within traditional ROI frameworks." So basically what they're saying is that leaders are doing two things simultaneously. On the one hand, they are trying to work to fit Gen AI impact into the traditional ways that we measure and think about ROI for the sake of reporting and organizational understanding, but they are also acknowledging that these metrics ultimately fall short of telling the full story. This is something that I have heard echoed across every speaking engagement that I've had over the last few months and many, many conversations that we've had at Superintelligent. That the leaders who are deepest into AI feel that the traditional ways that we measure new technologies are just simply reductive. What's more, AI is not monolithic. The way that you measure the impact of assistants is going to be very different than you measure the impact of agents. And by the way that you measure the impact of agents in one department might be very different than you measure it in another department. The impact of coding agents is going to be expressed very differently than the impact of customer service agents. And yet at the same time, there is such huge conviction of the power and potential of these technologies that what I'm not seeing is any amount of thinking that a lack of ROI is going to suddenly cause a shift in strategy away from Gen AI. One other thing that I was intrigued to see from the deeper readout of the survey relates to something that I've complained about on here before, which is that I think that organizations aren't doing a very good job around agent-specific upskilling, in large part because the market is not giving them good options for agent-specific upskilling. A lot of the tools and upskilling platforms out there are stuck in a prompt engineering type paradigm. These organizations are reporting at least their own efforts in this area. For example, 57% said that they're implementing AI agent shadowing programs where employees observe experts working with agents. 40% said that they're trying to foster a partnership mindset through workshops on human-agent collaboration. And 52% said that they're creating agent-specific sandbox environments where employees can practice interacting with AI agents. By the way, they are not ignoring prompt engineering anymore. The number of organizations that are teaching prompting skills has jumped from 69% to 85%. And if you're looking for a sense of where things are headed in the future, watch what they're spending, not what they're saying. The anticipated investment in Gen AI has once again jumped from $114 million to now $130 million. So really interesting stuff that basically maps very closely to, I think, what you would expect just watching the field day to day. Agents are rapidly moving out of experimentation and piloting into production. Employees are getting more used to their new digital colleagues, thanks in some cases, it seems, to more concerted upskilling efforts. Leaders are thinking more comprehensively about ROI, and the amount that they're planning to spend just keeps increasing. Let me know what you think about this, if anything here surprises you or doesn't match your experience, but for now, that is going to do it for today's AI Daily Brief. Appreciate you listening or watching as always, and until next time, peace